Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Runerigas, and Runerigas is a very interesting Pokemon. Obviously really interesting how you evolve it, but its stats are very good, having amazing defense, really good special defense. Its attack isn't too bad. It's got low speed, so it can be used in the Trick Room. Lots and lots and lots of opportunities for you to run here. So I've got three sets for you today, sorry. I've got two generic and one Dynamax. And we'll just jump straight in. So the first set we have is much more of a hazard setting set and also a support set at the same time. So on here we have Leftovers and we have Wandering Spirit. Now Wandering Spirit, I need to remind myself, when Pokemon make contact with you, their ability is swapped with this one. So like Mummy with Kofagrigus, but you get the ability of the opposing Pokemon. So if you had a Pokemon like, I don't know, for example, if there was a Shed Ninja, you then got Wonder Guard, that would be absolutely amazing. I could definitely see that being a possible double set. That would be absolutely fantastic. But yeah, that is the ability there. Move-wise, we've got Stealth Rocks, which set up a hazard, and it stops a lot of Pokemon from switching in because flying types, fire types are hit by super effectively, and I think there's something else, ice types as well. So they're going to be less likely to come in. Bug types also, so setting up and causing a lot of Pokemon a lot of problems. And then Toxic Spikes as well, allowing you to have more hazards set up. Obviously, do be cautious of Defoggers or Rapid Spinners because they will definitely try and come in and get rid of these. You've also got Haze stopping any stats being set up. So, for example, Swords Dance, Dragon Dance, Nasty Plots, for example. Haze just eliminates all those stat changes, and once you show that off, they're going to be less likely to set up if you still have Runerigas in the back, because its defenses mean that it's likely to survive a lot of hits, and you can also set off that Haze and put them back to step one, so they've wasted a lot of time. And then I put Nightshade on here, so you could run like Shadow Claw if you wanted to, but I thought Nightshade would work quite nice because you'll get the definite 50 or 100 if you're running level 100. But you'll definitely get that amount of HP going down, which is really quite nice. Obviously, normal types are going to completely obliterate you with this set, but it's an option. It's the best I could do. Not the best I could do, but you know what I mean. It's a good set. EV-wise, gone for max HP and max defense with a bold nature, so more defense, less attack. You could go Impish here. It doesn't really matter because you haven't actually got an attacking move that requires attack or special attack. And then 4 EVs in special defense, or slightly different on the screen. Or you could run max special defense with a calm or careful nature instead. That is an option for you to run. Or even you could run it split. But yeah, those are the options that you have for this set. You can even manipulate yourself. The second set I've gone for is a very, very interesting set. So I was looking at the fact that Toxic is a very uncommon move in Generation 8, particularly with a lot of Pokemon that you can raise up, especially if you're only able to use Pokemon that you find in Galar and you can't get them for previous generations, or in competitions where they're only allowing Galar Pokemon with the Galar kind of sticker to them, or whatever it is. Yeah. So on here, I've got Toxic Orb and Trick, which I thought is a really interesting set. You can trick the Toxic Orb your first turn onto another Pokemon. It will start setting up the Toxic on them. Just be cautious of what you might get. The best opportunity will probably be like a Leftovers or a Life Orb. Even Choice Specs isn't the worst thing in the world, but you've got a couple of options that you could get off them. Wandering Spirit is the ability again because it's the only ability. And then we've got Hex on here. So once they become Toxic at the end of the turn, your Hex will double in power, which is really, really good. Obviously, if they switch, do be cautious because that might cause you issues. But also, we've got Nasty Plot on here, allowing you to double your special attack stat. Particularly if you've just tricked the Toxic Orb onto them, they're probably going to want to switch out into a different Pokemon potentially. And before you could potentially trick the Toxic Orb back onto you and then trick it onto a different Pokemon. Lots of different plays you can make with this set, which is why I find it so fun. But you can also have access to Nasty Plot, doubling your special attack stat, allowing for the Hex and the Earth power to be more powerful. And for EV-wise, I've gone for max HP and max special attack with 4 EVs in special defense. Modest nature, so more special attack, less attack. Yeah, I think this definitely works because you've got so much natural bulk, meaning that you will be able to live hits. And I just think it's a really quirky, interesting set that is just really fun to run. The third set we have is a Dynamax set. So on here I've put Life Orb, but you could run Choice Band, Leftovers, Citrus Berry, Wiki Berry, actually not Wiki Berry, Mango Berry, Figgy Berry, lots of options. Move wise, we have Body Press, which does take into account your defense, which your defense is already higher than your attack stats, so you don't really need to worry about that. And Body Press, when you are Dynamax, turns into Max Knuckle. Now, Max Knuckle will raise your attack stat by 1 stage, obviously making you a lot more powerful. You've also got Earthquake, which is a strong ground type move, and if you use that when Dynamax, it's Max Quake, it will raise up your special defense, which again can be beneficial. Got Shadow Claw, which is Max Phantasm, isn't amazing, but then you've got Stone Edge, which you can set up the Sandstorm. So if you have Pokemon in the back, for example, that take advantage of that, such as Excadrill, possibly anything with Sand Rush, maybe, then they can come in later on and potentially sweep, which would be really, really good. And when you're back to normal, obviously you will have access to all of these moves. Earthquake and Shadow Claw being stabs are boosted as well. Anyways, Eevee's gone for max HP and max attack with a Adamant Nature, some more attack, less special attack, and 4 EVs and special defense. This would be really interesting to run in doubles with a Trick Room user as well, so I wouldn't recommend going for like Dusclops because that would be double Ghost, not a very good combination, but finding a different Pokemon such as maybe Reuniclus, maybe, to run Trick Room, option there as well. So you could run the Brave Nature on here if you wished. Anyways, that is all for today. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.